As you may have heard by now, the remaining living 20 hostages have been released. And all of those who either don't like Donald Trump or their predictions was wrong are kind of silent. That's why you shouldn't make such a bed and then you have to lie in it. I'm gonna have something to say about this Qatar getting a military base in our country, which seems to be absurd to me. But I want to use this video for that because I couldn't believe what Pete Hegseth said about that, thinking that it was a good idea to put Qatar, who is a sponsor of Hamas, with a military base. That don't even make any damn sense to me. But that's not the video for it. Here's a video of President Trump. Here's some of the hostages coming in. Now, why is it all of those who were screaming about genocide, all those who were saying that he was going to destroy his legacy, where in the hell are they at now? Nobody's saying anything now all of a sudden.
First images here this morning of President Trump coming off of Air Force One again being greeted by not only Israeli leaders, there you see him, but by his son-in-law Jared Kushner, his daughter.
I don't know if you know it or not, but I can't stand Jared Kushner. I can't stand his son-in-law.
Ivanka Trump. They spoke in Hostage Square Saturday evening right here in Tel Aviv to thunderous applause. Again, there is significant gratitude here on the ground in Israel for President Trump for applying that pressure.
I just want to be clear that Obama is criticizing anything President Trump does, but notice that he's kind of silent on this. Also, make a note that for some reason George Bush has not said anything. All of these naysayers, fat Chris Crispy, Krispy Kreme donut, all of these so-called never Trumpers, both Republicans and Democrats. Some of the Democrats had to go ahead and say it. But I like to know where these never Trumpers are at now. Why aren't you talking now? What's his name? The Bill fellow who done lost his mind over Donald Trump.
Pressure, they believe, the necessary pressure to get Benjamin Netanyahu to end the war in Gaza and to bring the remaining hostages that are still alive, the 20 of them, home. Again, questions about the 28 others. They're believed to be dead, and the president himself has said that could take a little more time to bring them home. They're being unearthed in his.
Now, what I want to know is that where are all the naysayers at? Where have all those at that said that he was going to start? He was Adolf Hitler. He was going to start nothing but wars. Later on, maybe this week, I want to address this whole: has the land ever belonged to Gaza? Because I keep hearing people like Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson keep thinking that the land belongs to. It's never been the Palestinians' land. Period. I don't care how much you get yourself worked up. Talking about somebody gonna be cursed if they go visit over there. You can't curse nobody. First of all, it seems like you're cursed.
7:34 in the morning on this Monday in Israel. It is a historic day, and you are watching history unfold. This is the Knesset in Jerusalem, the Israeli parliament building. President Trump has been invited to speak to the Knesset. He has been obviously very involved in the peace negotiations that have resulted in.
All these other presidents have been talking about peace, 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 and they haven't really wanted peace. The only reason we're seeing President Trump sign all these different peace agreements is because the man really wants peace. You don't have to agree with all his policies. You don't have to agree with all his decisions, but it's obvious he wants peace.
And what you see on the banner at the bottom of your screen there, all 20 living hostages now confirmed to have been released by Hamas. Israel is releasing nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners in return, and there are the bodies of 28 hostages who died while in horrific conditions.
Now, unless you're saying you want the violence to continue, because I see a bunch of posts saying, what about all these people who died? Let me be honest with you. I'm not saying Israel is completely innocent in everything they do, but damn it, Hamas has been trying to start this since 1946. You need to just stop pretending like they're some kind of innocent lamb. The Palestinians are ran by Hamas, terrorist organization.
In Hamas captivity, those bodies are going to be returned in the coming days, perhaps weeks, because it is not known where all of them are.
Now, here's Mr. Trump walking in. So what you'll see is that most of the media who's been saying that, first of all, free Palestine, all this kind of crap right here going on, some of them are paid protesters. But what you're going to notice is that they're going to get silent. They're going to find another something to attach onto, a leech onto, because there are some people who don't really want peace. They can talk about what you can tell them, you can give them whatever they want. They're going to find something else to complain about. Because this ain't their goal. Their goal is not to have peace. Now, president did get a chance to speak, and we want to listen to the president with his speech.
In darkness and captivity, 20 courageous hostages are returning to the glorious embrace of their families, and it is glorious. Today, the skies are calm, the guns are silent, the sirens are still, and the sun rises on a holy land that is finally at peace, a land and a region that will live, God willing, in peace for all eternity. The cruelty of October 7th struck to the core of humanity itself. Nobody could believe what they were witnessing. The United States of America grieved alongside you, and we mourned for our own citizens who were so viciously taken that day. And to all the families whose lives were forever changed by the atrocities of that day, and all of the people of Israel, please know that America joins you in those two everlasting vows: never forget and never again. The hostages are back. The hostages are back. It is a good feeling. Isn't that nice to say? You know, I just said the hostage. First time I said the hostages are back. It feels so good to say it.
So, what is that? Is that 8 peace deals he's signed so far? Now, name me the other president that's even come close to getting this much peace. All the other presidents starting wars or overturning governments and everything else, but none has done this. I don't understand the mindset of those who say they want something, and then you give them what they want, and they complain about getting what they asked for. You say you wanted the killing stop. Obama didn't do it. Clinton didn't do it. None of the Bushes did it. Joe Biden damn sure didn't do it. So what's your complaint now? Yeah, you don't have to like him, but quit acting like you wanted this. All of this free Palestine crap going on. Palestine can't be free as long as Hamas is running things over there. Hope you're not going to give it back to Hamas. That's the problem. You still don't want to give President Trump credit because you're mad at Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, I didn't like the way it was handled either. I still don't like it. There's a lot of things I'm still going to criticize that I don't think went proper in the Trump administration, but there's a whole lot of positive. There's some people who never want to see any positive because this is where they get their clicks from. They get their clicks by sensationalizing, fear mongering, be wrong as I don't know what, and nobody ever even calls them on that. They're expert in research, but they keep getting it wrong. But whenever they get it wrong, they don't address the part they got wrong. They just come back and keep talking as if they didn't get it wrong. I mean, I'm talking about big time wrong too. So the hostages are free. No, you're probably upset because you were saying that it wasn't going to happen. Now, I don't know what's going to happen after this, because I don't think they're really going to ever have true peace until the Prince of Peace come back, because there is a hate and a disdain with the Muslims and the Jews, and you can blame Abraham if you want to. Father Abraham had many sons, many sons. This is what happened when you try to help God. God don't need your help. Just do what he say do. And the reason we've seen all of this fighting is because of what Abraham did. Disobedience, there is a consequences for years afterwards.